don't give a fuck, Danny! It's Pro Wrestling Summit Clips. You already know what it is. Knowledge?
Tatum.
Happy Saturday afternoon, mother trucker.
Yeah, it's fucking Saturday. All right, I'm afraid I'm gonna get hit again.
No, right. I'm not gonna hit you. All Saturday right. In the park, thinking of the 4th of July. No, Little Chicago?
No,
it's a great song, man. Yeah. It's a great song.
You know what's great about Chicago?
Live their gimmick, brother?
They live their gimmick. We're talking about gimmicks.
We're talking about gimmicks today on Pro Wrestling Summit, and let me just fucking say, right off the fucking jump, you can reach us on Instagram at good_villain_media. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know what to do. Let's just get that shit out of the way. And that's right, we're talking about gimmicks today, and the lack thereof of the fucking gimmicks that people don't have.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before, and I'm going to mention it again, but in my opinion, Stone Cold ruined gimmicks for the wrestling industry because everyone after Stone Cold just wanted to be Stone Cold. They wanted to be a heel they wanted to be a face that could do heel shit. Mm-hmm. They wanted to be a tweener. They wanted to be ambiguous, say whatever they want to say. It's hard to be a face. It's very hard to be a face. So why be a face when you can act like a heel and get people to like you?
Let me ask a very serious question now of you. Do you think that it is easier to be a heel than it is to be a face?
Absolutely, it's easier to be a heel. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you can do some dastardly stuff and make people hate you.
I disagree.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I disagree.
I think it's harder to get people to love you than to get people to hate you.
I think it's really easy to get people to love you. And I think that people just don't know how to connect with the audience. The problem is that people are real people outside the ring, and they let people into their real lives. And if people stayed in motherfucking gimmick, then there wouldn't be any of this fucking bullshit of people like, listen, man, CM Punk went and did UFC. You can say what you want about the guy. That guy put his nuts on the line and his reputation and got in there in a fucking cage in the biggest fighting organization in the world and got his ass whooped twice by
no-name people.
By guys who are bagging groceries the next week or fighting in the bare-knuckle fighting championship. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are not, like, fucking top-level competitors that he was fighting.
Right.
But the fact is that he put his nuts on the line and said, fuck this, I'm going to go and do UFC. The CM Punk's not a fucking tough guy. I mean, clearly, he's not going to win a lot of fights, that guy.
And he was always one to kind of keep his personal life personal,
mm-hmm.
And you just don't see that too much anymore. Everybody wants to be involved with social media. They want to spout off about wrestling topics as a wrestler, mm-hmm. and you expose yourself when you do that.
But not in gimmick.
No, not in gimmick. They want to be themselves, still posting on their wrestling Twitter and their wrestling social media, but as themselves.
So, like, when Up, Down, Down is a perfect example that infuriates me. And I love the content because the content's a lot of fun and it gives some insight into these guys' like personalities and shit. That's great for the New Day. Mm-hmm. But when you have people like Shayna Baszler on the show or Bayley and Dakota Kai and everybody's all laughy and jokey with each other and ha 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 ha, like, you're a fucking heel.
Mm-hmm.
You're a heel.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to be funny. People are not supposed to like you.
Right.
You are supposed to be unlikable. Why are you sitting on a fucking show that is watched by millions of people and you're laughing and yucking it up with fucking with faces and you work in the same company?
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, it wasn't that long ago that if you were a face, you were never seen outside with a heel, and vice versa.
Bro, you couldn't ride in the same car.
You traveled with other faces. You traveled with other heels.
You stayed in separate hotels,
Yep.
And back in the day, they didn't even talk before the matches. Right. They were in completely separate opposite locker rooms on the other end of the building.
Yep.
Hey guys, you're gonna go out there and fucking work a 10-minute Broadway. Go fucking figure it out.
And it was all because you wanted that suspension of disbelief. And when you were never seen together with your opponent, when you only traveled with the bad guys or with the good guys, it was very easy to be seen as the bad guy or as the good guy. You could go to a live show, you could go to a live event, and then you could go to the nearest bar and you could see the faces or you could see the heels at that bar drinking together.
Separately.
Right, separately. Or just at different bars, you know?
Right, whatever it is.
And, you know, you would have times when the heels, when they were provoked, they would get into fights. They would get into physical altercations with people because you can't come up to me and insult me when I'm living my character and have me take that.
That's why Bill Watts used to fire guys. You got into a bar fight and you lost, don't come back because you're fired. And then if you do come back, I'm going to beat you up and then fucking fire you. Yeah. There was legitimacy to the gimmicks and the business back in the day. Do you think that when Ric Flair and Roddy Piper were feuding in Mid-Atlantic back in the day, that they were partying in bars together?
Oh, absolutely not.
They might have been in the same bar.
Yeah, but they were not together.
They were never together. When they got back to the hotel in the privacy of Ric Flair's room, yeah, well, whatever.
All bets are off.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's in the privacy is the biggest thing right there. Everyone wants to be out on Front Street. Let me tell you all about my life and get you fucking invested in a character that's not me. Mm-hmm. I just play that on TV, but I want you to know the real me. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to see you with your family and shit.
No, not at all. I don't even want to.
You have a family?
Right? Why do you have a family? You're one of the most evil people on the face of the earth.
Why do you have family? Saying, dude,
why do you have people that love you? Nobody loves you.
You're right. You're hanging out with playing on the floor with little kids. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And it always kills me because people say, you know, wrestling fans say, well, wrestling's different now. Fans are smarter. You know, we get it. We can separate it. But I'm sorry, but there will never be anything like The Undertaker's music hitting and children shaking, children crying with this monster coming up. There'll be nothing like, I mean, go back even further. There'll be nothing like women and men yelling and screaming and wanting Andy Kaufman dead. And the moment that Jerry Lawler got himself disqualified by using his pile driver and the immense adulation of that moment, that happens because you have Gimmick. Andy Kaufman was not necessarily a bad guy, but you know what? When he was wrestling, he lost out on gigs because he played the Gimmick.
It goes to show you when a guy like Roman Reigns is very inactive on social media. Do you think for one fucking second that Roman Reigns handles his own social media?
How many times have you heard Roman Reigns going out there for leukemia charities and all that?
He's a heel.
He's a heel.
He's not going to do that.
Right. And that was why John Cena never wanted to turn heel.
And I get it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a guy living his gimmick. I know I have to be this happy-go-lucky guy, and I'm not going to stop doing this, so you can't turn me heel. It won't make sense. People won't believe it. Fine.
We're under a minute here. Give me your two best gimmicks in wrestling right now.
Oh, it's The Undertaker.
Well, he's the thing's
done. Oh, in wrestling right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. MJF.
Has to be.
And Roman Reigns.
Has to be.
Yeah.
I don't think there's even a comparison.
No.
Two guys completely living their gimmick and doing it the right way.
Right.
And it's showing because they're both fucking world champions of their companies. So maybe there might be fucking something to that. Hey, you want to learn how to be a top guy? Maybe follow the direction of the guys who are fucking leading the charge. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe people are more interested in what they're doing than you going on fucking social media and being a fucking stooge. Yeah. You're an idiot. Yeah. You're looking for attention. Especially if you're a fucking heel. You shouldn't be fucking doing that. You should be shit-talking people. If you're going to go on social media, shit-talk the fans. God damn it, this has been Pro Wrestling Summit Clips, just over 10 minutes. I hit knowledge again. I'm sorry, man.
That's right.
Danny, fuck you. Hey, you know what? Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We got new content coming up at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and also 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss out on that. Till then, we'll talk to you. Kiss, kiss. Bye for now.